Since 1994, folks have trusted Neptune Radiator and Auto Repair with their automotive needs. From tires to tune-ups, we do everything except glass and bodywork. We're a complete auto care center. We service all makes and models. Let us be your one-stop shop. With over 40 years combined experience, we have ASE Master Mechanics. Call 620-231-5890 and ask for Jeff or Michelle. Neptune Auto Repair, 602 West 4th Street, Pittsburgh.
Hi, everybody. Tom Van Hoy with another edition of the Pitt State Football Showcase. Brought to you by Neptune Auto Service. Marquise Cushon is a sophomore wide receiver return man for Pitt State at 5'6", 156. Great speed from Raytown South High School, Kansas City, Missouri. A dual sport athlete for PSU. Also an All-American in track and field. Making the transition from defense to wide receiver this year. Started 2 games as a freshman in the secondary for Pittsburgh State a year ago. Made that move last spring. So how has that transition gone?
It's been a wonderful experience, transferring from the defense to offensive side of the ball, working with John Brown and Gavin and all them guys and Austin Daniels. And, they brought me in real well, and Coach Philpott worked with me to get all the plays down, but it's been just a fun experience working with the playmakers.
How did the change come? You were a defensive guy. You started a couple of games as a youngster there at Pitt State. Did you want to make the move, or how did it come about, I guess?
In high school, I was an all-state receiver, defensive back end, kick return specialist. So, the change, in college, I could see myself actually just going both ways, or playing offense and focusing on offense, or playing defense or focusing on defense. I feel like I'm pretty athletic enough to do so, and the coaches trust me into doing both. So I'm just glad they gave me the opportunity to do a little both here.
So would you rather come up and hit somebody or catch the football and run away from them?
Playing for Coach Weimer's on defense is so fun. Them guys do get to fly around a lot and get to smack people. But, sometimes it's also fun to, get a little different type of credit and helping the offense, get a big play to get a drive going for Jeff Seabold and John Brown. It's just fun playing both.
Does it make a difference, having played defense, to know how a defensive back might defend you as a wide receiver?
It's good that I kind of know both, been playing. I can kind of see some coverages, pretty easily, see if it's 2 high safeties or 1 high safety. That's a little bit more football talk, but it's just fun, just doing both.
Is it difficult to learn what's expected of the passing game at Pitt State as a wide receiver?
They talk a lot of different formations, but really like the same scheme. So it's really not difficult once you get the concept down. But that's you just gotta really focus hard and get into it, and talk to Tony a lot of off the field and get to know him a little personally, so you guys can get a little sense of timing down. But working with the coaches, Coach Rampy on offense, they try to make it pretty simple for us.
Is it, from a route running standpoint, are there specific routes you run, or is it a situation at Pitt State where you need to read the defender and maybe be on the same page with Anthony Abanoa?
Yeah, that's in a lot of cases. They a lot of in our different concepts, we have a lot of blitz packages, where we got to read heights. And, if you don't read your height, sometimes I'm liable to miss my height. You don't read your height, then it could be just bad communication, and it just could be a play going bad.
You made this switch in the spring over to the offensive side of the football, and you mentioned Abanoa there. Has it taken time to get familiar with him and what he expects, where he throws the ball, things like that?
Yes, that's why we work hard in off season, try to get those things down. Work hard in practice, try to get them down, and just each second, each play, each game, we just take it one play at a time and make sure that we're on the same page with each other.
Tom Van Hoy visiting Marquise Cushon, Pitt State Football Showcase, brought to you by Neptune Auto Service. Marquise, you mentioned John Brown earlier. I guess that's a pretty good role model there, huh?
Yeah, John is a wide receiver guru. He know all the little tricks to the trade, and I just try to get to learn a little bit from off of him, and it just really been a help for me in this transition to receivers.
Is your game like his? I mean, sometimes receivers are big receivers, and you're a little bit smaller in stature. Is your game more like his in terms of wide receiver?
You know, I try to rely really on my speed. You know, and trying to find the holes in the zone, or if they're playing man, try to beat them just off of with my speed. But John, he can do it all. He can make the right cut, and he can beat it with his speed, and he can get inside release, outside release. And he just does it all. And you know, I do try to mimic some of my game off of JB, just because, you know, who wouldn't? He's probably the best receiver to come through Pitt State.
So how are your hands? If that ball's in the general area, you gonna catch it?
Yeah. You know, in the games, when I'm really zoned in, I'm liable to drop a few at practice, but in the games, I'll be really zoned in and try to make a nice catch.
Is it competitive? And you mentioned several other the receivers. Just from a receiver standpoint, you guys go at it day in and day out, and I mean, you know, when you get your opportunity, they take advantage of it.
It's fun. You know, we always go hard. Austin Daniels, Gavin Loveman, John Brown, of course, me, myself, Herman. We love to give each other like real hard work. We're the first one out there warming up, stretching, and it's just a blast fun with those guys. Those guys, they keep it going.
Well, you had a breakout game against Northwest, 4 catches, 129 yards, that 37-yard touchdown pass. How were you able to do that on that day?
Really, you know, we just take it each play, each game at a time, and, you know, it was just to focus in on that point. And plus, I get a lot of support from the Kansas City area. A lot of my family was there to support me, and it was just a fun playing in that situation, you know, playing in the National Football League stadium.
Can that be overwhelming?
No, you know, you just got to embrace it and take the excitement, use it, make it positive, and it was just a fun house. It was a fun opportunity.
So you like to run the football? You like for him to give it to you a little bit more, maybe?
Yeah, you know, you do a little outside zone, and I feel comfortable with the ball in my hands.
Let's talk about the return game, because John Brown does that. You do as well. Do you like that aspect? And kick return versus punt return, one you favor, one over the other, maybe?
Yeah, you know, actually in high school, I was able to do a lot of punt returns, and, you know, I took like 3 back in high school. So, you understand, when I get my opportunity to really play punt return, you know, I'm going to just try to excel at that. But the kick return game right now has been a really, really good strength for us in the season, because it usually give our offense a good field position to work with, and me and John Brown back there, it's just been just phenomenal.
What does it take to be a good kick returner?
You know, you gotta view the whole field, and then, you know, you just gotta use your speed. And the guys up front, they do a great job setting up the blocks. And you just gotta read the blocks, and you just gotta hit that sense of timing with the speed right through the gaps that you see and just accelerate. And I feel like me and John Brown back there is just perfect.
So did you really jump 51, 10.5 in the triple jump?
Yes. I'm a dual sport athlete. I do run track.
Man, that's pretty amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty fun. You know, I get to know a lot of them track guys personally, and it's just fun going out there competing with a whole bunch of Pitt State athletes, and it's just a fun place to be around when you're doing a lot of winning on dual sports.
How are you able to segment your time, I guess, between the two sports?
You know, you just gotta have. I'm like, you know, really operative, so I just have like a nice little schedule that I can go off of, and I just make sure that we're on this. They do a good job communicating with each other, so we're all on the same page. And then I just try to fill my classes in between that schedule, and then I just work it whenever they need me to. And
does track help you in football?
Yeah, it really does. You know, just number one, staying in shape and staying fit, and being, you know, just having just that extra speed that most guys don't know about. It's just fun to do.
What kind of speed, team speed, does the Pitt State football team have? Guys keep up with you?
we got some fast guys, and the coaches preach playing fast every day. And I feel like, like you said earlier, we're a lot of competitive with each other. So, everybody goes fast. It's just a fast sport.
But you have to be able to control it, though. I mean, it's one thing to be able to run past everybody, but
Yeah. That's one thing that triple jumps helps. It's a little sense of balance, and you just got to have that speed, and you got to be able to balance the two with the cutting and all the other stuff that associates with football. But it's real fun to do both.
Hey, you were talking earlier about people supporting you at Arrowhead in that ball game with Northwest. You're from that area, Kansas City, Missouri, Raytown, South. How do you end up at Pitt State?
We got some guys from my high school that came here, and when I came on my visit here, I got to meet Solomon Watkins, and me and him had a real nice relationship when I first got here. Then got to come in and meet some more guys like Nate and JB and Jeff Siebel and Devontae Bosby. Then when you really get into it with the team, it's just fun, and it's just so much fun out there to get to know each guy personally.
How big a game was it last week against Missouri Western after the loss to Northwest?
This is going to be a big confident booster, going into the last 3-game stretch of our season, and then, hopefully extending that to playoff play. But really, we were just thinking, each play, each game, so, we were just taking it one at a time.
Do you like to play in games like that?
It's in the MIAA, there's a lot of good teams, and you never know who you could lose to, because everybody in the MIAA is good.
Is this a Pitt State team that you think can make a run if you get into the playoffs this year?
We have a lot of talent, I feel, on both sides of the ball, and I feel like the coaches do a tremendous job with the guys. And I feel we're just going to take it each play, each game, each second, but who knows how far it can take us.
Is it difficult to take it one play at a time? Can you put maybe a negative play behind you and move on to the next one? How tough is that?
You just got to just really sit down and just focus. It's just great playing in here at Pitt State, and it's just a lovely atmosphere. But you just got to take it one play at a time.
Is there a chemistry, a camaraderie on this football team that can bode well, I guess, for you down the stretch?
Yeah, that's what I said. We have a lot of support with each other, and a lot of support. And I get to know these guys personally. Football, and then the track team support us, and everybody else around support us. And it's just a lovely atmosphere at Pitt State. Like, who wouldn't want to do this?
Yeah, it's kind of cool to play before about 10 or 11,000, isn't it? Yeah,
it's an amazing atmosphere.
What's it like on that gorilla walk? You get goosebumps sometimes coming over?
Yeah, it's fun. That's the time when you really get the zone in, and then seeing all them fans is just unbelievable. And then the chemistry with the guys is just unbelievable, and it's just great.
That's Pitt State wide receiver, return man, track All-American, Marquise Cushon, on this edition of the Pitt State Football Showcase, brought to you by Neptune Auto Service. Marquise on the year, 14 catches, 276 yards, a touchdown, about 19.7 yards per catch. Has carried the ball 11 times for 139 yards, 12.6 yards per carry. One punt return for 16 yards, and kickoff return averaging 27.8 on 5 returns. John Brown averaging 41.5 on 6, so who do you want to kick the football to, right? Pitt State home Saturday afternoon, 2 o'clock kick with Northwestern Oklahoma State, a non-conference game. It's a big day, Hall of Fame game. Just 3 games to play regular season. At Lindenwood and finish with Missouri Southern as well in Pittsburgh. I'm Tom Van Hoy.